And joining us now is Claudiu Popa, Certified Security and Privacy Expert and CEO of Data Risk Canada. Thank you for your time today. So what is your reaction to this news?
Thanks for having me on the show. My initial reaction is 100 cases being investigated simultaneously. It seems like a huge amount. But understanding how information access takes place in large law enforcement and in enterprises in general, it's obvious that whoever is blamed or initially charged is not going to be the only person that's going to be charged. It's likely to be the tip of the iceberg. We're looking at situations where you may have access to very sensitive information of a national security scope. And of course, for us Canadians, we perk up when we hear about intimidation being targeted at individuals, whether those individuals are district court judges or any kind of judges, or just someone off the street who might be kidnapped and perhaps their family could be targeted back in Hong Kong. So those are all concerns, and we don't have enough information at the moment to know exactly the threat to average Canadians.
Is it possible to find out what kind of information may have been passed on to China by this former RCMP officer?
Through a correlation only. Like we've seen cases like the Cameron Ortiz case that's still making its way through the courts and certainly has been delayed by yet another year. And that was another RCMP internal investigation that was massive. And that was brought to the RCMP's attention by their U.S. counterparts. And so U.S. intelligence, or Five Eyes intelligence, sometimes plays a critical role in pinpointing some individuals that might have been flipped or compromised. For me, the main concern is that law enforcement agencies need to have a process in place to continuously verify that former officers do not monetize their access and their influence for the gain of potentially hostile regimes. That is a key concern, and those controls should have been in place to begin with.
Right, and the RCMP says this isn't related to past elections. So what other things could the interference attempts have been targeting?
That's right. They might be related to future elections, for all we know. But again, we care about the sensitivity of national security and its information, but we also have seen situations where people have been accused of spying, of espionage within very specific contexts, like academic research, and more recently bioterror programs, and that the association of those programs with potential moles and potential agents is certainly something of concern to Canadians. So any sort of information being passed back and forth of that nature, we know that Canadian law enforcement agencies have been advising academic institutions to clamp down on foreign grants and accepting foreign money. So that has been received in a variety of different positive and negative ways. And so this might just be an indication that that information is being sought through different means. So it's not good either way, but unfortunately we will have to wait and get more information. And certainly it could be related to Operation Fox Hunt or Skynet, which ties into those potential police stations and police hubs in urban centers that we have seen indications of, but we certainly don't have enough information about. All of it is of concern.
Well, Claudiu, I'm sure we'll be speaking again soon. Thank you again for your time today.
My
Claudiu
pleasure.
Popa, Certified Security and Privacy Expert and CEO of Data Risk Canada.